Hello everyone, this is WeFit Lover and I am doing a video that I have been on Weight Watchers for 3 months now, and I have some really crazy things with this program that I've experienced. I reintroduced into my body dairy, cream cheese, cheeses, a lot more yogurts, and I did more with breads. I was eating bread probably 5 times a week. Coming from no bread to that, my stomach got very bloated. I got very spotty all over my body. I was breaking out, and I do have food allergies, and I thought, well, maybe I'll be okay. It's been a while, and I just went overboard on those things because I figured, well, in the program you can eat those things, and I would track and I would, eat those foods and all the stuff, and it was a never-ending battle with craving sugar, and I wanted to binge on the weekends, and I would eat whatever I want because I kept thinking in my head, oh, I have 35 extra points, I can eat whatever I want, and that would happen like every day of the weekend. And binge drinking, and ever since I started this, it has been an issue. I don't know if I'm the only person in existence that this has happened to, but coming from the 21-day fix and eating whole foods more and really, watching with fruits, vegetables, and, eating things like that. And for some reason, when I got back on Weight Watchers, I ate a lot more bread and a ton more dairy, and started introducing cheese back into my system, and started introducing a lot more bread products to my system, thinking, well, it's been a long time, maybe I can handle it, and I know that you can do gluten-free and dairy-free on Weight Watchers. That is so possible. But for some reason, I am putting down the foods that I want to eat, and then I don't eat what I write down. Like, I track things and then I don't eat them. I'll go out and be like, oh, well, I can eat this because Weight Watchers allows you to eat anything. So then I'll go out and I'll eat anything. And it's like this horrible psychological problem that I have with it. And I also had a problem with this with other diets that you have to write down everything or track, because I will track it and then I will eat something totally off the wall. And I know that's totally my fault. I know this is not anything to do with Weight Watchers' fault, but something with my system is not going with my psychological head, along with the journey that I'm basically right back where I started. I'm down 5 pounds since I started again. So I'm back to 200.3, and it's just like, and I haven't worked out hardly at all. While being on Weight Watchers in the 3 months, I stopped. I don't know why. I think I'm just so bitchy and irritable, and I don't know what it is. Like, I cannot seem to, I'm just not myself at all, like at all. And I remember when I was on 21-day fix before this, I wasn't really losing a lot of weight, but I was losing inches, and I was working out a heck of a lot more than I am now. And it's because you have to eat healthier foods. They don't really allow a lot of like extra sugary things, or really limited. And with Weight Watchers, you can drink as much as you want, within your points and all that. And then I start binging because I want the sugar, and it's just like this never-ending battle. So I had started last week, looking into someone who I was following on tiny house journeys and things like that, because I really like the idea of it, and I've been researching that for years, thinking what a great idea. It's neat if you're not claustrophobic. Anyhow, I started looking into this lady's diet program, because she also vlogged about her diet, and something really hit home when she was talking about how she binge drank and how she ate all this food, and she had a little bit of drug issues as well, and she was super overweight, and she tried every diet under the sun and tried Weight Watchers just like me and all this stuff over and over and over and over and over, and she cut out oil, sugar, and salt, and decided to go completely vegan. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm talking like, and I used to do vegetarian mainly in my diet. And it was something that I really did well at, and I felt better. I digested things better. When I did 21 Day Fix, I did eat chicken, fish, and I love protein. And, you know, with Weight Watchers, it is high protein, low fat, you know, and that's great. And, you know, I think about my struggles. I think about what is it that is truly going to work for me. And in my past experience with what works the best for me, I feel that when I don't have to track food, I do better, because that forces me to have to eat better or I'm not going to get anywhere. So instead of if I eliminate the problem of me psychologically writing down the food and then not eating it and saying, I'm going to start back tomorrow, it doesn't help me if I keep doing that over and over every day, because you're just going to pay for a program. At least from my experience, I'm going to keep paying for a program that I'm not using, because I'm writing down, and yeah, you can sit and write down everything, educate yourself all day long, but it takes that action to make progress. And for some reason, I've realized that I can't track and eat those foods. I don't know why. It's like I could, but then I always eat something else. And then I always make a bad choice, because I'm like, oh, I got to get away with something. I'm not gonna, you know, it's like, oh, I can eat that. I can track that. I have 35 extra points for the week. Oh, good, it's Friday again. Let me go ahead and eat all that stuff again. Oh, wait, I went over by 10. That's okay. I'll start over tomorrow. And I have the vicious cycle of doing this to myself over and over and over and over. And I'm like, this is absolutely absurd. This is ridiculous. And that's just how I feel about it. And I'm sure if you've had better progress, I'm glad you have. I'm so tired of being excited over 1.1 pounds. Yay! I just gained 4 last week, but yay, let me lose 0.1 and be all happy about it. I'm not, because it keeps happening over and over and over, and I'm not getting anywhere. This Tuesday, I feel like a sim unleashed. I literally feel like when I put my phone down and I woke up in the morning, how awesome I felt knowing that I didn't have to track food that day. And knowing that the knowledge that we have from what I've learned from Weight Watchers, 21 Day Fix, Richard Simmons, God only knows, Adkins, Medifast, all the things I've tried, and Weight Watchers countless numbers of times, okay? All that knowledge of education of what I have learned has helped me immensely as far as the educational part goes, about food, about nutrition, about salts and sugars and all this stuff. And my Fitness Pal and my Net Diary. Okay, I've done all these programs, and it's not what I call programs, they're tools, okay? Just like the bariatrics thing, just like all those, you know, they're all tools. For some reason, I think I'm done. I'm graduating to the next steps. And I know this is insane, and I'm like so freaked out thinking, oh my gosh, I could literally change my entire body makeup from everything I've learned with these programs. And I could literally take everything I know, and I know it's going to take a lot of willpower. It's going to take me getting off of this food addiction. It's going to take me off of this whole sugar thing, the salt thing. I mean, what happens if I stop tracking my foods? And what happens if I can start living in my new lifestyle? What happens if I start eating what I've learned and stop making the excuses, well, I tracked it, you know, oh good, I can track that all day. And you know, my wristwatch hasn't been getting much action. I mean, it's here, but it's not where I want it to be, you know. And I can sit there and look at points and go, wow, I earned 42 points today. But it's like, I need to kind of think of how many steps am I walking in a day? You know, what am I doing? You know, what's the deal? You know, how much action am I really doing in a day? You know, what am I doing exercise wise? And I can't tell you how amazing it feels that I'm going to be able to just get up in the morning, eat my meal, eat as much of it as I want, with learning the tools from Weight Watchers and other programs that have taught us how it feels when you are hungry, really, really hungry, what it feels like when you're actually full, and what it feels like it's a psychological problem with food where you're like, oh, I really am craving this. No, your mind is so made up about the additives of the food that has made you feel like you need that food. And if you're willing to eat a carrot stick or eating healthy foods, then you know that you need to eat. And I am really optimistic about this. I'm scared. I am. I'm scared because I don't want to be lightheaded. I don't want to feel crappy. I don't have time for that. Nobody has time for that. But I know the health benefits that will come along with making the actual action behind the dieting, behind all the foods I decide to choose and eat. So what I am going to try for the next 14 days starting Tuesday, I went ahead and bought my Instapot because I'm doing the lean and clean from High Carb Hannah. And if you don't know who that is, you go online and you go on YouTube and you look up High Carb Hannah, Hannah. And I want you to see what she had done, because I want everyone to embrace and to get results. And if you feel that you're ready for what she has as far as a message and what has worked for her, if you feel like maybe this isn't so bad or maybe we should try it, you know, you can go ahead and follow along with me. If you feel like you're in a rut with Weight Watchers, if you feel like you're in a rut with another program and you're like, something's got to give. And I've tried everything under the sun, but I've never tried something like this, to just let it go, to stop tracking, to stop all this nonsense. And I'm thinking, people aren't designed to track their food and track everything and sit there and like, you know, and I'm thinking, I've been doing that shit for 15 years, 15 freaking years now. And I'm going, what have I gotten out of it? I'm the highest weight I've ever been. I am literally, I think I'm 5 pounds now away from my highest weight I've ever been in my life. And I'm going, something's not right. I think that with the knowledge that I've learned from the other programs, that I think I'm just beyond the scale. I'm beyond looking at the scale every day. And with the High Carb Hannah, you know, with Lean and Clean, it's, you know, you don't weigh yourself every day. You weigh yourself once a month. You look at your inches instead of your weight, because weight's just like, it doesn't matter. It's what your body feels like and what it fits into. It doesn't, the weight on the scale doesn't matter. Nobody knows what you weigh but you. And I love that. I mean, you could look at somebody and think, oh, they're probably 135 pounds, but they might be 200 pounds. It might be just the way they wear it. Sizes don't really matter either, I've noticed, because if you go to one store, you know, it's like 14 in one size and then 8 in another. You know, you can't go on sizing either. You have to go with what feels right for you. And if you want to follow the BMI, go for it. You know, and it might take some time. It might take me, who knows how long to get this weight off. But I know that with everything I've read and everything that I have tried, that a whole foods diet for me, it seems to make sense. When I was on Richard Simmons, I ate a heck of a lot better foods. When I ate on 21 Day Fix, it was the similarity of that. But this one is actually cutting it out even farther to stopping the tracking, because then you have to try, then you have to take action with your foods, because there's nothing to hold you accountable but your body. And here and now, in the present, right now, you're at a restaurant. What are you going to order? You know, what are you going to get that's going to be healthy? What are you going to put in your body right now? don't wait for tomorrow. Why would we wait for tomorrow? It might not even be here, you know? I'm sitting here going, every day I'm always going, oh, tomorrow I'll eat better. Today I'm going to have a cookie. And, oh, I'm going to eat more, you know, today because tomorrow I'll be fine. I do need some structure in my diet and what I'm eating. And I'm going to try this. And I'm going to show you what my results are between Tuesday and 14 days from Tuesday, okay? So I know this is a crazy, crazy thing, and I know this is so different, but I think I need that different, and it's all in the mind as well, as far as how we see things, how we, you know, our positive, you know, self and all that. And I don't know. I have a really good feeling about this for the first time in a long time. I wasn't even that excited when I got back on Weight Watchers because I don't know. I just felt like, man, I want this to work so bad, but I don't know if it's going to. And it's just, it's all what's going to work for you. We are all different people. We are all different in the ways of how we perceive food. And I just hope that we can all somehow together lose weight. And so if you're interested in that, go there, go see what it's about. If you're not and you still want to follow and see how this rolls with me, great. I'm here to support you just as much on Weight Watchers as I am doing this different thing for a little bit to see how this rolls with me. And again, Weight Watchers is great, I think, when you're first starting out and you're going from like fast food every single day to limiting the intake, you know, to limiting, you know, getting past all that and going to more of a structured, how much of this am I really eating, you know, eat this versus that. Yes, I love it. And some people keep going and they have great maintenance and wonderful. For me, I think it's my metabolism sucks. 2, genetics are horrible. I have like the worst genetics or something because both sides of the family, obesity, super, super much so. Now some people beg to differ and say, you know, science you can't really prove that there's genetics, you know, but now they're feeling that it is. So I don't know. And thirdly, it's the willpower and the addiction of food and how I perceive food that is another problem. So I'm going to try this out. I mean, I have nothing to lose but weight at this point, and if it sucks, then I know, you know, and it might really, I like the fact that I can eat whenever I'm hungry, and I think this is going to teach me how it feels to truly be hungry. And that worked for me before on Weight Watchers, where I would feel, okay, am I full, am I hungry, am I okay? And I think with this, I have no choice but to feel like that, because that's what the diet's all about. And not really diet, but the whole lifestyle change, whatever. So anyway, I hope that you stay with my journey, and I hope that things go well in your journey as well. I will keep up watching your videos as well, and I thank you for watching this long video. Thank you, and I will see you all on the other side in a couple weeks here to show you the results of my actions.